Hola, buenos dias, mi gente. Our Universalist heritage proposed that each person is made of divine goodness, and science offers that we just might be stardust. Whatever your beliefs, know that you are a gift inherently worthy of love, and I'm so glad that you're here. Love is truly the spirit of all souls, and in this moment of our shared journey, may you feel witnessed and honored wherever you are on that journey. Let us now greet our neighbors, especially our new or returning people, with our names and our pronouns.
Is this on? Coming on? It's on now? Okay. I'm going to be singing a song which has wonderful lyrics, so in case you can't catch them while I'm singing them, here they are. It's called Winter. Frost has come, etching lacy ferns, replacing summer greenery. As the season slowly turns to ice, and each fallen leaf lies underneath the cover of fresh fallen snow. As crystalline water drops seem to hover for an instant, then they form transparent columns that glitter in the brilliant winter sun that does not remove the bitter, bitter cold. But when warmth returns and a memory is frost, it is mere sun we have received and ice-cold beauty lost.
Thank you, Jane. That was lovely. Good morning and welcome to Hall with This in the Moment and those that are going to catch us later on. I am Sonja Isenhart. My pronouns are she, her. I will be serving as your worship service for today, together with Nancy Olson, Director of Congregational Life and Faith Formation, Reverend Katie, our senior minister, whose pronouns are she, Ella, and Liz Ellsmore, collaborative pianist, pronouns she, her. And we are your worship team on the chance today. People of all ages are joyfully welcome in the service. Nursery care is available if that option works best for you. I invite everyone to please complete a connection card. This card is a great way to let us know if you would like support, need assistance, have a new contact information, or have an interest, comment, or question. Please place it in the offering basket.
Thank you so much, Sonja. Now is a great time to revive your masks. While it is not a requirement at All Souls, I highly recommend that you all consider remasking if you haven't masked in a while. COVID numbers have risen post-holidays. With that, flu A, flu B, flu C, the norovirus, RSV, and a partridge and a pear tree. And I've had a whole lot of sick calls. You'll notice some of your friends are missing today. And some of these illnesses can get severe pretty quickly. So just your public service announcement for the day. Also, if you are having the sniffles, if you have a cold, definitely for sure, mask up for yourselves and others. I had someone send me a meme the other day that said, "I don't want your cold either." And I thought, well, that's a good point. And we'll do a better job of having masks available again out front in case you forget yours. But again, not required, just a suggestion. Quick roof update. So the roofers had said that once they started the roof, they would be done in a week. For those online, there was a good amount of laughter here. So they actually stopped prior to the holidays. So our roof isn't done yet, but it will be. The snow is also putting a hitch in those plans. I want to thank the memorial services team. Oh my goodness, we had over 90 people here yesterday to remember Nancy Renner-Clear. And the memorial services team did an incredible job with the reception. Austin, thank you. AV and streaming was like a benevolent octopus with doing 3 jobs at once. And we had an incredible service. Liz and Ron, Keeper. I mean, everybody just came together to really honor Nancy. And it was beautiful, so thank you. All Souls is hiring. Ben has been helping us out. Ben, thank you. Thank you. And we are now hiring for a half-time position. Since this is a settled admin position, we don't hire members for settled admin positions, but tell all your friends because we have some great resumes coming in, and it's a wonderful role. Volunteer fair is happening right after service in the social hall. There's going to be lots of cool stuff happening. You can find out how to get involved, meet the people who are the heads of teams, and I'll be leading a forum on death and dying. So go have a bite to eat, learn about what's happening at All Souls, and maybe come visit me if you want to talk about end-of-life planning up at the forum. As we lean into our time together, let us acknowledge the land itself and those who've sustained it throughout the generations. We are upon the unceded land of the Lenape, Miamia, Kaskaskia, Shawnee, and Kickapoo people who were pushed from their land and whose children have been stolen for generations. As we strive to be a community of justice, may we continue to find ways to make reparations, including saying Lenape, Lenape. That is the correct way to say that. Thank you.
build a sanctuary for your soul to rest in beauty, in peace, safeguarded from the outside noise, from all worries, from all the demands your attention, an inviting space, a welcoming space, a no rush space, a slow down space, a you can be yourself fully space. It can be a room, a corner, a spot on a shelf. And if your life and space has been overtaken by time-consuming things, go outside and claim a spot in nature, or carry a stone in your pocket, a dried leaf in your, a dried flower in your wallet. Let your sanctuary anchor you. Let it extend your exhale. Lighten your load. Let it call your spirit back to the home that is your body, to be here and now.
And I offer you these words by the Reverend Tanya Marquez in Spanish as well. Construye un santuario para que descanse tu alma, en la belleza, en la paz, protegida del ruido exterior, de todas las preocupaciones, de todo lo que exige tu atención, un espacio acogedor, un espacio hospitalario, un espacio sin prisas, un espacio lento. Puede ser tú mismo en pleno espacio, puede ser una habitación, un rincón, un lugar en una estantería. Y tu vida y tu espacio han sido sobrepasados por cosas que consumen mucho tiempo. Sal y reclama un lugar en la naturaleza o llevar una piedra en un bolsillo, una flor en seca en tu billetera. Deja que tu santuario te ancle, deja que extienda tu exhalación, que aligere tu carga. Deja que llame a tu espíritu de vuelta al hogar que es tu cuerpo, a estar aquí y ahora.
Who's the team leader of our pastoral care team, will light the chalice. Move away from there. Am I alive? Oh, use the pulpit. Good morning. This ritual of lighting our chalice reminds us to continually renew our promise to live into our covenant, to put love into action, and to live out this community of love and justice that we surely aim to be. So if you would please rise in body or spirit as we share the words that are printed in your order of celebration, and they are in both Spanish and English. Of course, we always want to know if you are at home, if you let us know where you are lighting your chalice from. We appreciate that. And so we will say the words in Spanish first. El amor es el espíritu de esta iglesia, y el servicio es su ley. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad en el amor, y ayudarnos unos a otros. Este es nuestro pacto. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant. Thank you, and I think you may be seated.
You can just hang. Thank you. And we're going to keep Jane Murphy here for a minute, and I'd love to bring up the pastoral visitors, please. We are going to charge our pastoral visitors, and you might be thinking, what is a pastoral visitor? And who are each of these beautiful people? So please come on up and join Jane. So there's this wonderful handout that you may have, and we will have more of these, but this is about how caring happens at All Souls. Caring happens through small group ministries, through faith formation opportunities, and then we have our caring team, which Jane Murphy has led for a very long time. with deep love and compassion in her heart. Now, the caring team, these are the folks who make sure you get a card when you're not doing well. And sometimes they will also call, and sometimes they're the ones, they are the first line of folks, besides a small group you might be connected to, that make sure a meal shows up at your door. And sometimes we've had community partners who are not members of the church, but they do work with the church often, and they've had hard times, and it's the caring team that has come forward to send cards, to send meals, and it is a beautiful, beautiful ministry that anyone can be a part of. And Jane's going to have a table later, but Jane, you have led this with grace, with love, with compassion, and with integrity, and we thank you. And we are also building a pastoral visitors team. These folks before you, Kathy Tanner, Angela Ritchie, Jared Loper. Jared, you may not know yet, but you've been working with Jared for well over a year, because Jared leads the mutual aid for everything organization that we are often working with. So Jared is signing the book today and is also training with our pastoral visitors, who are also training with UUI. We're doing the training together, again, continuing to strengthen our work with our partner congregations. So these folks are going through a special training program, and Ben Rayhill is also going through this program. And though Ben's ministry is going to take him away from our doors, Ben's ministry is incredibly important with youth and young adults and adults that Ben supervises and works with. You're welcome. So we honor Ben's ministry with Beyond Our Walls as well. Excuse me, Ben, I'm sorry. And we are going to charge these pastoral visitors today. Kelly Yeager is not here, but will be at the training at UUI later this evening. So we imagine Kelly with us as well. First, pastoral visitors, I ask you, do you pledge to honor and uphold the covenants in place with the ministry team and consistent with your specialized training while serving as agents of boundaries and spiritual care in the congregation? Do you pledge to hold confidences within the bounds of the guidelines of your specialized training? Do you pledge to do your best and refer people to resources as necessary for your health and the health of others? And do you pledge to practice care for yourself and engage your support systems as a model of care for others? If so, please say, "We do." That was a resounding "we do." They are not mic'd, but it was there. Congregation, this is your part. Listen deeply to be sure you agree. Are you grateful for the willingness of these beautiful people to fill this necessary role in our community? They will be visiting folks at times of need, sometimes in hospitals, sometimes at other spaces where there has been deep, deep struggle. They will be making phone calls and checking in and following up with folks, helping to create smaller teams to support people, particularly in difficult times. So are you willing to support them in filling this role? Will you pledge to respect their boundaries, learn from their wisdom and example, and hold tenderly the work that they are undertaking, which is often challenging? If so, please say, "We do." We do. That was a resounding "we do" for those online. May we offer a thank you for this incredible ministry. And on behalf of the congregation, I offer you these small travel chalices so they may go with you. May they light your way as they help you light the way of others. Thank you.
I can use the pulpit. I'll have to take off my mask for this, though. I guess I'll take this off, too. Just take it all off. Yeah. Just throw it back. You know, we have an amazing body. Our bodies are such amazing instruments. And our nervous system in particular, when you think of the nervous system, which just runs everything in our body, and our nervous system has this natural tendency to synchronize with a beat. And so any repetitive action, it could be it could be a sound, it could be a movement, it could be a clapping, a tapping, any repetitive movement like that will help us synchronize that nervous system. And when that nervous system is synchronized, it's all kind of together. Synchronicity, synchronized, everything's working. And when everything's working, we have a better opportunity to feel calm, to be a little more focused, to just have an overall sense of well-being. So I thought today I would just kind of do a couple practices in some rhythms that will help synchronize our nervous systems. So to warm up a little bit, you can either stand up if you like with me, or you can sit in your seat. I know we're not always the most swaying group, but except for a couple of us who sway. But anyway, if you'd like to stand up and just try and sway a little. Because, when you think about this, what's one of the first experiences almost every one of us have had? And that is someone rocking us. And how many times, those of us who still pick up babies or little children, how many times you just pick them up and before you know it, you're just swaying, right? You're just swaying. Yeah, see, just kind of give it a little sway. Whatever works. If you need to sit in the seat, that's fine too. Oh, yeah. And then, another thing you can add to that is a little humming. And so maybe we could just hum just a little verse of Spirit of Life. How's that feeling? A little swaying there? Mm-hmm. It's a little hard to do this in your spaces, but I'm just going to show you a couple of little exercises that you could do like on your own. Like, when you get up in the morning, you can just kind of do this kind of clapping. You can just kind of this and do it like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just bring that back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then if you were someone like our Reverend, you just get that knees in there too. And 4, that's one. And then the other one to do in the morning is this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I like to do it in 3s, 3 of 4, but you can do 6, 8, whatever works for you. And one more here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really great. And then one other one you can do is to the back. You can just go 1, 2, and bring your arm 3, 4. Great. Now you're warmed up. And if you like now, you could sit, and we'll do some, in a sitting position. Can y'all hear me? Because, I'm terrible about staying on to this. If you can't hear me back there, just raise your hand, and then I'll make sure that I'm close to the mic. Any repetitive pattern. Really easy thing is clapping. Again, today I'm just doing it in 4s, and just to clap 4 times. We can clap 4 times together. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, just a little there. Great. Another one is an alternating, where you can go, and we'll do this 3 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Great. I have the aura of synchronizing nervous systems is just so evident in this space. That aura. One of the things when you're using a beat, to synchronize your nervous system is to also, you can make it slow. Maybe you're needing to kind of bring it down a notch. And then you can just kind of slowly. But maybe you're in a place where you kind of want to jazz it up just a little bit. Yeah, or you can. Yeah, that'll jazz you up right there. And then just a couple other ones. One is on your knees. Knees are always a nice little place to tap to. So you can just one, two, three, four. Now, if you'd like to add a little to it, you can do this. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't ask you to switch that because we just were doing this one. But you could also switch it, which is good for that proprioceptive. Oh, yeah. You could also switch it. You could switch which hand hits your chest, touches your chest, because that is good for our proprioceptive. And then one last clap is the pause, and it can be any pattern, but you can clap like today. Let's clap twice, pause once, then clap. How's that? So we'll go 1, 2, pause. 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 Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, and then the thing I'd like to wrap up. You can make up your own patterns. I was doing that at home, making up different patterns. Anne was following along as best she could, but she was enjoying it too. One of the things that is also really helpful, if you want to just practice some of this clapping, is to pay attention to how that clapping is feeling. Just the clapping. Because one of the things, it's like meditation, I think, when you're just focusing on one thing, then your mind is at rest because it's just focusing on that. Well, usually your mind is at rest because you're just focusing on that, and it helps regulate that system. So here are some practices to take with you into the day, and I wish you all a happy new year and good opportunities for regulating some emotions and things that may be coming up in the new year.
As our children go off to classes, let's give them a beat. Whatever you're feeling, just give them a beat. I bet you're wondering what we're doing. We're going to keep you in a state of suspense just a little bit longer, but remember that rhythm or whatever rhythm is on your heart, because we're going to be using that a little bit later.
Please join me in taking a few moments to note that which is currently bringing joy or sorrow to our community. Healing thoughts for Walter Bishop to continue. Bev Evans is home recovering from pneumonia. The California wildfires. The war in Sudan, Gaza, Ukraine, and the Congo. And the violence, some of in our homes, on our streets, as well as other places in the world. Let us hold this moment of silence together for the joys and sorrows in our hearts that are yet unnamed.
So we're going to sing a song together. Can you all hear me? Hi. We're going to sing a song together that may be new to a lot of you. It's called Be Still and Breathe. And I'd like you to sing with me on the refrain, which goes like this. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. One more time. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. And then we can listen to heartache, listen to grief. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Listen to heartache, listen to grief. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Or we could listen to sorrow. Listen to sorrow, listen to pain. Be still and breathe. Breathe still and be. Listen to sorrow, listen to pain. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. We could listen to anger. Listen to anger, listen to hurt. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Be to anger, listen to hurt. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. One more time. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Liz. So we have completed, as of the end of December, work around mental health for an entire year, thanks to a grant. And we're continuing to carry that work forward with our trained pastoral visitors, with our labyrinth, with various types of programmings. And this is a space where spiritual well-being and mental, emotional well-being come together. Today's service is a little different than what you might be used to. We're going to be blending some different meditation techniques so that hopefully there's a little bit of something for everyone today to help you to be still and breathe. Spiritual practices are something that we do every single day, and they help build our resilience. They help support us in going down new pathways in our lives so that we can make necessary changes, so that we can become the change that we're hoping to see in the world. And also, sometimes our minds can be a really busy place. On Friday, I managed to trim down my 80 browser tabs to 30. And my mind is in the 80 browser tab space. So I come to you humbly as someone who practices meditation every day, sometimes in different ways to meet where my energy is, so that I can continue to be a calming, non-anxious presence in the congregation. And I offer you these techniques today so you may be a calming presence. We're going to be working with music, and our song leaders are going to come up and teach everyone a song in just a moment that we'll be singing after we hear some words from Nobel Peace Prize winner and beloved Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. So I'll share, after we learn the song, I'll share a very short message from Thich Nhat Hanh. We are going to sing. You can keep your eyes closed. You can have your eyes open. Whatever works for you, you can change it up. However you need to be in this space is fine. If you need to come sit on the floor or go stretch against a wall, honor your body, honor where you're at. After we sing, there'll be silence. You don't even have to sing. You can just listen and sway. Be where you need to be in this moment. The invitation is to engage in practices, but I will tell you that when you sing, it causes you to breathe more deeply, which will relax your nervous system. Now, some of us respond really well to silence, which is why we have silence. And some of us respond really well to having a prompt to think about so we can enter silence. So that's why we have a little bit of each of those things. And we will have additional programming on developing your own spiritual practice later this year. But for now, let us engage together in this experiment of being together in places of word and song and silence. So with gratitude, I invite our song leaders to lead us in learning the song, and then we will begin.
So this is hymn number 1009. And the melody goes like this. When I breathe in,
I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
and there's a drone part.
Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe
And if you're
out.
ambitious like Jane, you can sing the death chant.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
So when we lean into moments of music, we'll be singing a cappella. There won't be any piano. You can choose a part you like. You can switch parts while we're singing. We will naturally end our singing together. It's really okay. You cannot be wrong in this process. So if you are feeling any sense of I must do this the right way, whatever you do is the right way. So let us be comfortable in that knowing and be comfortable in our seats or wherever we'd like to place our bodies today. And I offer you these words from Thich Nhat Hanh. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in this present moment, I know this is the only moment. Let us sing.
When I breathe
Breathe in, breathe out.
when I breathe
Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in this present moment, I know this is the only moment. Let us sing.
When I breathe in,
When I breathe
Breathe in.
I
Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in this present moment, I know this is the only moment. Let us sing.
when I breathe,
Breathe in, breathe out. 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 Breathe in, breathe out.
Let us breathe in peace, calming our bodies, and breathe out love. Breathe in peace to calm our bodies, and with a smile, breathe out love. If If your eyes are closed, if you'd like to find a spot on the ground to focus them, if you want to wiggle your fingers or toes or shift in your seat as we begin to come fully back to present. May we take this sense of peace or calm with us. And if you remember the rhythms that Nancy taught us earlier, I invite you to start to create a rhythm with your body as we come back fully to present. However you feel comfortable creating a rhythm. Let us return fully to this space. Thank you. And thank you so much, song leaders. This is good shared ministry. I appreciate you. Thank you. You can stay if you like. Oh, you have to play the offering. I'm sorry, Liz. I was like, oh, please stay, Liz.
That was wonderful. This week, we are sharing our offering plate with UUs for Justice in the Middle East. UU values, they align with UU values. UUJME was founded in 1971 to educate and rally individuals to recognize and act on inequality and injustice in Palestine and Israel. Today, the UUJME is dedicated to peaceful and just resolution of the Palestine and Israel conflict that affirms equality, dignity, freedom, and security for all peoples involved. To contribute, you can give cash or a check into the collection plate, or if online, you can go to allsoulsindy.org, where you will find a link that says, Give to All Souls here on the left side. It's beneath the description for today's service. Please indicate if your gift is a pledge payment or if it's for Share the Plate, if you are paying online or using a check. Thank you for your generosity in supporting the mission of All Souls and for your continued love for one another and for this world. This morning's offering may now be given and gratefully received.
Thank you, Liz. And a thank you to Virginia and Babette, who I also shared some of the lights with on behalf of the congregation for their work in steadfastly supporting and leading the memorial services teams. I mean, seriously, so much work goes into our memorial services, and their leadership has been so crucial and so appreciated. We take care of our own here at All Souls, and that is because of shared ministry, so thank you. As we prepare to leave this space today, I hope that you are feeling more settled in your body, even if it's just for a moment. Valerie Kaur reminds us of the power of our rage when we focus it like a laser to create a new world. And there's another emotion that I expect a lot of us have been feeling lately, and that's fear. Now, Starhawk, a profound pagan leader, once told the story of hearing a noise in her home and thinking that someone was coming. And Starhawk is someone who has robust spiritual practices. And she talks about what's happening in her body, and she says about what might happen, that to a witch, her fear is power. Our fear is also a power source. When we are able to regulate our nervous systems, we can understand what it is that we are afraid of. We can discern what we need, and then we can go forward and act on those needs. And Margie, I see you too. Didn't see Margie earlier. Margie, this one is for you and all of your much of all of the work that you've been doing. Supporting in pastoral care and caring. Margie is one of the first folks that responds when I need support for something. So Margie, we thank you. Please go forward. Let us continue to care for ourselves in body, mind, and spirit, and let us continue to care for others. We need each other to thrive, and we need each other to survive. So let's be our best selves, and when we're not our best selves, let's rest. Let's meditate. Let's sing. Let's pray. Let's move. Let's dance. Let's regulate so that we can become what needs to be done. May it be so. Amen and blessed be.